Welcome back to the channel. RacerX here, and I am back with my good buddies at the Hurst Autoplex because I've been seeing some things in the news, and really Chevy, believe it or not, of all people, has just thrown down the gauntlet. I'm really excited about this news, so today I want to talk to you a little bit of not only about the news, but maybe the possible implications of what they have said. So it should be a fun one. Also, guys, if you're new to my channel, do me a big, gigantic favor. Hit that subscribe button down there at the bottom. I would really appreciate it. I have lots of great content coming up this year for you. Also, hit that notification bell, and you can follow me on Instagram, and here we go. So one of the things that is really prevalent in automotive news right now is the fact that dealers are charging really unprecedented markups, and it's just insane when you look, and really it's across the board. So it's not just Ford, Chevy, Dodge. I mean, really it's kind of everybody, especially when you look at domestics, and it's not even the highest level trims sometimes. But I mean, if you want to buy a performance car right now, it is a terrible time to do it because, as we know, dealers are charging insane amounts over sticker, which at the end of the day kind of really hurts us as consumers. Well, recently Chevy put something out, a couple of articles that I've seen floating around now, that they can't really do a whole lot about the 2021 model year. And yes, there are still shortages on Corvettes. Matter of fact, the plant is shut down right now. It really sucks. And there's a lot of people who can't even get their orders fulfilled. I know I waited a long time to even have my order sniffed at by the factory. And then finally it came in, and that was a while back. But anyway, people are waiting a long time to kind of get their cars built by Chevy. And it's not just Chevy, it's everybody across the board. We've got the silicon chip shortage and all that kind of stuff that's happening right now. But Chevy came out and they announced, look, for the 2022 model year and moving forward, they're going to change some things up in terms of their expectations of the dealers. So basically what Chevy has said is that moving forward on their C8 Corvette starting in 2022, they are going to be looking very closely at what dealerships are actually selling the cars for, and they're going to base their allocation on that very kind of statistic, if you will, or that metric. So basically what it's saying is if you have dealerships that are out there gouging customers, they're going to very much limit their allocations of the new performance cars. And I realize there are ways around this. Dealerships always find ways around little stuff like this, but at the end of the day, we as consumers are really going to benefit from this. And we did see Dodge kind of try this a while back with the Demon. So of course that's a wide body Hellcat, but with the Demon, although that was only one production year, they basically tried to do the exact same thing. And while it worked to some degree, there were some issues with it. But I'm so happy to see that Chevy's come out and said, look, you know what, we're going to start penalizing dealerships for gouging customers. I love that. I put out videos about this very subject, about the fact that, you know what, dealerships should not be allowed to do this to consumers. And I realize that people say, oh, well, what if you buy it and sell it? That's fine, but then they shouldn't put an MSRP on a car. So Chevy took the next step, and I fully expect for the 2022 model year that exact thing will happen. Also moving forward, when they come out with the Z06, the ZR1, the Zora, and all the other great trims, they're going to do the exact same thing. And I'm really hoping that that's going to be the stepping stone for other makes out there to kind of follow suit. So the metrics get a little bit tricky. So Chevy had to kind of figure out a way to sort of assess the right way to do things. And so a couple of caveats here. Chevy really, what they're going to be looking at is days the cars sit on the market. So if they have cars that sit on the market for quite a while, and the reason they're sitting on the market is because of this after dealership markup, or ADM, then they're going to start getting their allocations cut. They don't just want these things to sit there and be paperweights. They want them to be out there in the general public. And it's a huge problem when the public can't buy these cars at really what they should cost because dealerships just gouge the garbage out of customers. I absolutely hate that. So at any rate, I'm really glad they're doing this. But like I said, there could be some dealerships out there that are sitting in very affluent markets where people are still willing to pay $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 over the sticker price. And in which case, if they're moving the cars pretty quickly, then they'll still continue to get allocations because they're still not sitting on the market for long periods of time. And as I realize, as I mentioned before, you know, the dealerships, some of them will sort of figure out ways around this, and then of course they'll have to come up with some new metrics to try and combat it. It's just sort of the cycle of things, but it's a huge step in the right direction. So the other big thing is the C8 is not a limited production car. Neither will the Z06 be. Now the Zora, when you get up to kind of that level here in 3 or 4 years, whenever the heck that thing comes out, maybe it will be. But I mean, we're talking about doing this on non-production vehicles, which I think is a fantastic thing. And so basically what I'm calling for now, and I've been calling for it for forever, Dodge, Ford, come on guys, let's go ahead and step up to the plate. Let's go ahead and help the consumer out. We're the ones who actually pay all the bills, guys. You guys make the cars for us as consumers, and as you let dealerships continue to gouge us, the only people it really hurts are your consumers, your end product users. So like I said, I've always had a problem with this. I would call on Dodge and Ford and really any other makers out there to kind of follow suit with this and help the consumer out, because like I said, for the lawyer out there that makes $2 million a year that doesn't really care so much about money, they don't care. But for the guy who saves for 3-4 years for his dream car and simply can't afford it because dealerships are just going to gouge them and won't actually sell the price or for the price that the car is intended to be sold for, that is a completely different story. So there is definitely something to think about there. So wouldn't it be great if you could always go out and buy your brand new C8 at Sticker, or even your Hellcat? By the way, this is cars for sale. This is a beautiful forest green, the F8 wide body Hellcat up here at Hurst Autoplex. I actually really do like this car. And of course, there's my twin turbo Mustang GT. But wouldn't it be great if you could just go to any of the dealerships and start buying them at MSRP, really the way that I feel the manufacturer intended things to be? I think that would be fantastic. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's continue to push on this topic, and hopefully the end consumer will benefit in this whole deal. Okay, so that is about it. I just wanted to spread a little bit of knowledge about something that has just come down the pipe. I'm super excited about it. Like I said, if everybody follows suit, we as consumers are really going to benefit from this, and I absolutely love that. Guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. I will catch you on the next one. So until then, RacerX.